Hello, everybody. My name is Lakeisha Woods, and I am the editor-in-chief of Enjoy Life magazine. And today I'm here to introduce you to the intern journalist at Enjoy Life magazine, and also our guest today, Jordyn Baby Woods, who's a singer, songwriter, and she is doing a lot of amazing things with her career. She has a single coming out pretty soon. To introduce you to the panel, I'm going to start with Aaliyah. Aaliyah, say hello to everyone. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Aaliyah Vieira. I'm journalist intern at Enjoy Life.
Okay. And we also have Khadijah.
Hi, everybody. My name is Khadijah Inman. I'm a PR intern here at Enjoy Life magazine.
All right. And Kia.
Hey everyone, my name is Kia Armstrong and I'm a social media manager intern at Enjoy Life magazine.
Awesome, awesome. So I'm going to allow the interns to take over this interview, and we are going to start we're going to go counterclockwise since we are practicing social distancing. We can't be here together, so counterclockwise, we're going to follow that. Counterclockwise means to the left. So that means we're going to start with the journalist to the left and go around. And I wish you guys good luck on this interview. Have fun with it. I'm so proud of you guys. Enjoy life.
I'll start. Hey, everybody. Hi, Jordyn. How are you?
Hello, I'm really good. How about you?
I'm doing really good. I like your background. It's really pretty. You have a lot going on.
Yeah, that's my room. Actually, it's evolved over the years.
I was going to say, day 36, quarantine, so I'm being creative. So how are you holding up with all this going on?
Honestly, really well. I'm really in my element. Being indoors a lot, I have a lot of time to work on my music and plan things out for what I want to do when hopefully things get a little bit better, and I have a lot of time to just, immerse myself in my hobbies and staying inspired. So it's been a challenging but productive time.
But completely understandable. I get that. For me, this has just been kind of like an opportunity for me to get some things in line so that when this whole lockdown and quarantine is over, we'll come out with so many different products and different, things that I can show, kind of like results of my hibernation or whatever you want to call it.
I definitely see it as a time for, working on myself, definitely.
So tell me just a little bit about yourself, the project that you have coming out, and the new songs that you've actually just recently released.
So, well, I am an artist. I'm not just like a singer-songwriter, but I consider myself a well-rounded artist. I work on all things that have to do with being creative, and everything in my art, from the imagery to the music to the tracks and the words of my songs, I create everything myself. So I'm a creative is what I would call myself. And when it comes to this project that I have coming out, well, I have one single, Drown/Swim, which I wrote actually about 2 years ago, but I never formally released it. And now I'm doing a formal release, and it's just a song I wrote while I was in Pennsylvania. And it was a road trip. It was really cool just writing, and I got inspired by something, and then I had a really great song. And the project that I'm working on right now is, well, I'll let Enjoy Life know the title. Nobody else knows the title yet, but just for Enjoy Life, the title is going to be 1,000 Arms, and it's a 6-song EP. And that's what I've been working on for the past year with my band. And I've been recording that, getting some things together for a video. Hopefully, it's going to be a little difficult with social distancing and stuff, not being able to really have the resources of people to help me record and stuff, but I'm going to do my best, and I'll definitely be reaching out when that's done, promoting that soon. So I'm really excited.
Okay. And to my knowledge, I've heard that you've recently teamed up with a management agency. How is that different from where you were before? Do you feel like your career is going up? Do you feel like you have been experiencing different things? Because how do I say this? You've always been promoting yourself and creating all of these products by yourself. Now you have a team. How does that feel? Is this new for you, working with other people?
It feels amazing. I have access to resources that I didn't have before, and I'm doing traveling that I wasn't doing before. You know, I'm getting a really hands-on experience. Like, I consider this experience, what I'm going through right now, kind of like if I were to be in college, this would be like my college experience.
Yeah.
For the industry. It's really amazing because I've gotten to network with different people, get a taste of, like, how things are in the real world. And I'm really enjoying it. It's really been a great learning experience.
Okay, that's really good to hear. It's really good. I'm really happy that you're able to speak with us today.
Thank you. I'm really glad to be here.
So, Jordyn, I have a question. So, the new song you released, Drown / Swim, you said that you were on a road trip to Pennsylvania and you were inspired by something. What exactly were you inspired by that caused you to create that song?
Well, honestly, so I went to a theme park in Pennsylvania called Hershey Park. I went on a roller coaster and my phone fell out of my pocket on the roller coaster. And I know it's like that's really trivial, but I got really sad about it because when I got that phone, there was just a whole process for me to get that phone, and I was like really thankful for it. And when I lost it, I just felt like it brought up a lot of, it wasn't just about the phone, the negative feelings. It was about me feeling like I'm not good at anything. It brought up a lot of unresolved problems that I already had. And so I wasn't really inspired by that event, but it was that event that led me to the feelings that inspired the song, if that makes sense. And so that night when we came home, I was feeling kind of sad, and I went and wrote about feeling like I couldn't do anything right, feeling like I was drowning, you know, in my own insecurities. So that's where the inspiration for that song came from, even though it's like funny to me that it happened that way, but I think I made a really good song out of it, so there it is.
Awesome.
Is Drown / Swim the first song you've written?
Oh, Drown / Swim is one of many. The first song I ever wrote, I think I was like 5, but that's a whole different story. I've been writing songs for a really long time.
But you've always known that you wanted music to be the way to express your emotions.
It's been my best friend my whole entire life, honestly. Everything I do has some kind of musical element to it. Whether I like it or not, it's just a part of me. So I feel like it's easier for me in my life to go with the flow of what comes naturally than it is to try to do something else. And by living that way, I've made things a lot easier for myself in terms of my own happiness, I think, rather than going through, I feel like a lot of people in their life go through a period of time where they are trying to do something that doesn't stick with them, or they're trying to figure it out. But I think everybody has something in their heart that they know they really want to do, or that really speaks to them. So if you just follow that voice, I think that you get where you would like to be a lot quicker.
Okay. Jordyn, I have a quick question. So I love your music. I feel like you have you have a real talent, Jordyn, and the fact that you write all of your music is very inspirational because that takes a lot. But I was just wondering, who would you consider your target audience to be, and why do you feel like they appeal to your music? I know I like it, but who do you feel like you write these songs for? Who do you have in mind?
I'm writing for everybody, really, and it's weird because when I look at my audience and I meet people in real life that like my music, I have fans of all colors and age groups and, you know, ethnicities and, you know, different backgrounds. And I think that's because I don't really write for genre, I write for feeling. I don't have a genre, I just write. I try to emulate the experience, and I'm really inspired by nature. And I think nature is something that everybody can relate to. So it's like, I really like the flowy vibe of the ocean, and so I take inspiration from that a lot of my music. But also, I really like to do things in my music where maybe it changes partway through, because sometimes our emotions do that. Sometimes we're feeling one way and then all of a sudden you just switch. You know, I don't know. At least that happens to me. I don't know if that happens to anybody else. sometimes you just switch. So sometimes my songs just switch because I just want them to. And I think that things like that are what people relate to, no matter whether they're old or young or like country. Because I have fans that are country. I have fans that are urban. I have fans that are gay, straight, all different types of people, you know? So I'm still figuring it out. But right now I really love the diversity that my fan base has.
And do you have any hidden talents that aren't like that nobody else would know about that you would like to share with us here at Enjoy Life? Can you bend your fingers back or anything?
Hidden talent. I don't know if I have any hidden talents, but I'm a pretty good gamer. I like to play video games, and that's something that most people don't actually know about me. I don't know if it's a hidden talent, but I really do. I have an interest in video games, and I can play for hours.
Well, it's a good time to be having that type of talent. I play video games, I'll get dizzy.
Okay. You said your music inspires emotion. So what message exactly are you trying to send your audience? Like, what are you trying to convey to them?
Well, what I like to do when I was younger, when I was like still a teenager, like 16, 17, I used to write songs mostly about my own feelings. But now that I've gotten older, I've evolved into telling stories of, like, you know, things that don't necessarily really exist, but are still like other people might relate to them. So I think my favorite thing to do, my favorite message to convey is hope and that things get better. And that I don't necessarily have to write a song that says those words, but I like to write music that sounds that way, sounds uplifting. My project that I'm working on now that's not released, 1,000 Arms, it tells the story of a new beginning, a new world, and through that story, the sound of it is very hopeful, like sonically. So I'm hoping that I can push that message that there's new light at the end of the tunnel that we're in now. And that's just my main message, is that, you know, whatever you're going through, everybody goes through different things. And we can all relate to pain, though. We've all been through something. Even if the worst pain you've ever felt is skinning your knee on the sidewalk, you still know what pain is like. So I would like to promote hope.
How do you go about like creating that type of that message? Is it just something that's in you, or like what's your creative process? I guess that's what I'm trying to ask.
My creative process. Well, the creative process, I believe, as an artist evolves your entire life. So at any given moment, your creative process is changing, and what inspires you is changing. But right now, my creative process is going out into nature and really, like, right now I'm talking to trees. And the tree in my backyard is very amazing. And, you know, just listening to the wind, things that are not man-made give me a lot of hope because they're inspiring. Like, I read online the other day, learning about animals is something that is part of my creative process. Turtles can hold their breath for 4 months. And that's crazy to me.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow, that's so, like, you know, we're so focused on the next iPhone and the next tallest building and all of this stuff, but there are these animals in the world that can do such amazing things and like are able to survive in such harsh conditions. And it's very inspiring to me. And another thing that's part of my creative process is learning about myself. So I like to read a lot of books. I like to read a lot of articles about figuring out how I feel on the inside, detangling things like that, detangling my feelings. And even if I can't control my feelings, at least I can understand them and react accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your favorite books that you've read?
Well, right now I'm reading Be Here Now by Ram Dass, and he was big in the hippie days. In the 60s and 70s, he had a lot of people following him, going to his seminars. He went to India and studied under, I forgot his name. I feel so bad, but he studied under somebody, was his teacher. And he brought the teachings back over to America where it wasn't as popular, and people just fell in love with it. It's a very good book so far. Basically teaches about how everything in the universe is connected, and you shouldn't, it's like basically be here now. You don't have to worry about the future. You don't have to worry about the past. The key to being one with yourself and feeling that oneness with the universe is to be in the moment. And so I've been practicing that along with meditation. And what's another one of my favorite books? Another one of my favorite books is this one book I read in first grade called Striped Ice Cream. I don't have it anymore, sadly, but I had it for a really long time. And it's about a little black girl growing up in probably the 70s or 80s, and she has a bunch of siblings, and they don't have a father, and their mother works really hard, and while they're home alone, they have to clean the house. But it's like about their little adventures that they have while cleaning the house and everyday things. And I don't know why, but that book always spoke to me. And even when I read it as an older child, an older adult, really made me happy, the simplicity of it, and seeing a book about a girl that looks like me was really nice.
Okay. Jordyn, if you had to choose a perfect place that was just I'm going to call it a songwriting vacation. If you had to choose a place where you feel like was the perfect environment for you to produce a song, what would that place look like, and where would it be?
Somewhere in Indonesia. I've been reading about Indonesia lately, and there's this island, I believe it's called Pico Island. There's a lot of jellyfish there. I really love jellyfish. And basically the water is really clear, and people live very simple lives, and the houses are right close to the water. You know those pictures where the water is like right up to the doorstep? It's so pretty. And not only that, but just so much nature. I love being surrounded by nature for inspiration, so it would be perfect for me to go there and just take it all in and be by the water. I love being by the water, so I would totally go to Pico Island.
I really was not expecting that. I thought you were going to say like, oh yeah, Hawaii, you know, or like.
Oh well, I mean Hawaii is beautiful too. Out there, but I have my heart set on the southeast is where I really want. I want to go to Indonesia, Bangladesh. Those are two places at least on my list. The South Pacific.
Okay, question. What is a piece of advice that you would give to someone in your age group, or maybe a little bit younger, who says like, oh, you know, one day I want to be a singer? Because I know that being in the entertainment industry in general, that could be a scary thing because it takes a lot of confidence and courage just to make that initial first step. So what would you tell someone, let's say younger than you or the same age as you, to kind of motivate them to go ahead and follow their dreams and aspirations?
Well, what I would tell them is that they should not, number one is to get rid of any fear that you hold, because ultimately it's not worth it to be afraid to follow your dreams, because all you're going to be doing is following somebody else's dream if you're not following your own. So would you rather follow somebody else's dream, or would you rather follow your own? And secondly, as long as you put one foot in front of the other, even if things don't go according to plan, you will get where you're trying to go. As long as you keep going, you'll get there, or die trying. That's what my mom's always said, and that's how I feel about my music, is that just one foot in front of the other. So that's what I would tell somebody, is to not be afraid, do your research, because what my grandfather always told me is it's the music business. So it is a business, and you don't want to just sign just anything without having it looked over, and you don't want to just agree to do things or sell yourself short. You are an artist, and you are valuable. You bring things to the table. So while it is good to be willing to work and hungry for success, you don't have to actually work so hard. I feel like that's one thing that people going into this industry think, that they have to spend, like, you know, they can't sleep, or else they're not working hard enough. I'd say don't beat yourself up too much. Take time for rest, and, you know, take time for self-care, and replenish yourself so that you can be at your best and be your best creative.
Okay. I really do like that, Jordyn. But Is there anything that you would like to talk to us about really quickly before we get ready to wrap up the interview about, you know, your new album coming, or your EP coming out, or do you want to go ahead and tell everybody who's going to be tuning in and watching just about any other type of projects that they should be looking out for, your Instagram information, your handles?
Well, my Instagram is at JBWMusic. I post pretty regularly, just, you know, me singing and everyday things, my photography. And on YouTube, I'm Jordyn Baby Woods. My upcoming song is Drown/Swim, and my upcoming project is 1,000 Arms, and I'm very excited to see what, you know, see how people react to that. I'm really excited. And thank you for having me today.
Thank you for interviewing with us. I know we all appreciate it a lot.
Wow, guys, that's been an awesome interview. And again, thank you, Jordyn, so much for joining us here for this segment of Enjoy Life Magazine's podcast. And with our youth journalist, this has been an amazing experience. I'm so proud of you all. I really enjoyed learning so much more about you as an artist. And I'm looking forward to seeing everything that you're working on come to fruition. Again, everybody, you can follow Jordyn on Instagram at JB Music.
JBW Music.
JBW Music. That's on Instagram. And I'm sure she has some clips there with songs and videos and photography. To give you guys a little teaser, I guess, until the...
Yes. And I will be promoting the project, so there will be more little snippets of things here and there coming, so stay tuned.
Awesome. It's been a pleasure. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.